everybody! It is Mother's Day! Who's joining us this Mother's Day? Jennifer, happy Mother's Day! You're in first. Kitty's in second. Hello, Kitty, happy Mother's Day. Melissa, Mother Extraordinaire, is with us. Hey, Vicky. Good to have you with us on this Sunday. Heather's with us. Bonnie is with us. Yay. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Lisa in Alaska, who's on my call list for tomorrow. Lisa. Stephanie in the house. Hello. Cheers. Ann in Virginia. Stella in Reno. Good evening. Pat in Florida. Park's with us too. How is everybody doing this Sunday? What a wonderful Mother's Day. What a wonderful day. We're having a nice sunset here. The sky is pink. Hey, Adele, happy Mother's Day. It is Sunday. Diane is with us, and she is a happy mother and grandmother. Good to have you all with us this Sunday. Eric Abrams, who's been taking care of his wonderful wife Amy and playing nurse, is with us. Kristen, welcome to the program. Beautiful and sunny in Alaska. That is good to hear. It was sunny but a little windy here today, but it is supposed to warm up this week. Supposed to get into the 60s and even 70 by the end of the week here, which will be nice. What is everybody grateful for this Mother's Day? Let's keep it moving tonight. What is everybody grateful for this Mother's Day? Yeah, what is everybody grateful for? It is Sunday, it's Mother's Day, it has been beautiful weather in a lot of parts of the country today. Hey, Chris, that's wonderful. Hey, Suzanne and MJ, cheers. The pork belly your husband smoked for you today, Heather, that's nice. Not kosher, I'm just saying, but it's nice. We grilled steaks tonight. Ann is thankful for a sunny day and PPP funding, time off, and binge watch Ozark, Kitty. Woo. I don't know about Ozark. I'll have to look that up. Hey, Dawn. Welcome to the program. Grateful for time with your daughter and granddaughter. I still think you're too young for a granddaughter, Lisa, but that is awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. That is awesome. I've seen lots of grandbaby pics today show up in my feed. Lots of people with cute little ones. Diane got a new fire pit. All right. I love it. We got to get a new one this year. Ours has been toasted, but we need a new one. Hey, Ashley, welcome to the program. Well, that sounds like a lot of great stuff on this Mother's Day. Ozark is good. I'll have to look into it. And filmed at Lake Lanier. I'll have to check out this Ozark show. And Pasadena is in the house. Welcome, Jenny. Saw that picture, old picture of you and your mother in New York City, which I liked, Jenny. That was a great picture. You can go upstairs and look at it. Or bring it to me and let me try a couple things. Hello, Ozark is on Netflix. Okay, so I know where to go looking for it. I have Netflix. I will look for that. All right, let's get started here. What do I got here? Ooh, this is a page I haven't seen before. We start every night with our Good Morning, Good Night book. Our Good Morning, Good Night book. And our Good Morning tonight is Good Morning. Good morning. Try and face the world with your best self, even if the world doesn't respond in kind. Don't do them, do you? That is our Good Morning tonight. Kevin Campbell joining us on Mother's Day. Welcome to the program, Kevin and Michelle. Good to have you with us. It is Self-Care Sunday, folks. What did we do for Self-Care Sunday? Kitty binged for Self-Care Sunday. I saw Julie doing some baking. She did Thanksgiving for Mother's Day. I don't think she's on the program yet, but Julie had posted earlier that she was doing like Thanksgiving dinner for her Mother's Day, which I thought was great. We had a relaxing day of, we did brunch and bananagrams and grilled some steaks tonight. And you took a nap, Heather? That's good. That is a good way for Self-Care Sunday. We chilled on the couch for a little bit this afternoon and everything. It is a good thing. Hey, Jana, welcome to the program. Eric finished Dead to Me Season 2. I haven't watched that either. I'm in the middle of the Goldbergs right now, which is freakishly like my mother. Yeah, it's the first Mother's Day I've had off in a long time either. I usually float between my locations on Mother's Day so that as many of my mothers can have as much of the day as possible. We are open usually. Usually we're open on Mother's Day. This Mother's Day, obviously, we were closed. But, yeah, that's what I usually do on Mother's Day, is I try to run as thin-staffed as possible and go and help cover so that my mothers, as many of my mothers as possible, can have the day off. So, the big question of the day was, should I idle? Should I PPP? Steak and red wine. Very nice, Kevin. We had what did we have? What did we have for wine?
We had a sparkling rosé and then we had rosé sangria.
We had a sparkling rosé and a rosé sangria today, is what we had for wine. And I did not like the rosé sangria, so I switched to a gin and tonic. But we had some nice steaks and salad and broccoli and potatoes, and, you know, it was a good day. A good day. So, in new questions today, or not new, but continuing questions today has been to idle or to PPP, or what we should do. And it kind of goes, in most cases, there's been very few cases that I haven't been able to make the PPP work. And if your PPP is small enough, it's usually not too hard to make it work. You know, most PPs under 20,000, 30,000 are pretty easy to make work. As they grow from there, the longer you're closed, the harder it is to make them work. But most of the smaller PPPs are easier to work. And the, biggest thing with that is that's going to be free money. That's going to be forgivable money. Versus the EIDL, which is a loan. And so using that money and taking today's costs and potentially spreading it over 30 years is concerning to me. Because even if you're using idle money, I don't want you to use it over 30 years. So, I'm okay with the idle as an insurance policy. And that's what I've talked a lot about with the idle, is that it's an insurance policy. Take it, put the money aside. If you need to dip into it because things were worse or your reserve funds got tight and you'd blown through them and you need it to survive, that's fine. But you don't want to look at that as okay, well, I'll take that and I'll pay that over 30 years. You want to pay that off sooner than that. You don't want that strangling you and strangling your business for that long. And a good way out of that is looking at, what Melissa talked about with live sales again today and the different tools she's using for that. I've said it over and over again that we have to grow our way out of this. Okay, we have to grow our way out of that. And that is maintaining some of the things that you've been doing while we have been closed. So that is maintaining your live sales, maintaining your website, okay, continuing to add large quantity of items to your websites, okay, because doing these things, doing these live sales like Melissa talks about, it doesn't make you a rock star overnight. It doesn't make your website an overnight success and you're filling hundreds of orders and you need a staff like Amazon and robots to fill your orders, okay? But it's about growing your way out of this, okay? So if you're able to maintain that, as you come out of this, that becomes another sales channel, almost like starting another store, okay? And within the cost structure of what you're doing, but you have to be able to scale it. Okay, and that will allow you to grow your way out of this. That will allow you, if you have debt coming out of this, or the idle, or anything else. I mean, this has spared nobody. This has cost everybody money. Everyone has had costs coming out of this. So even if it's just replenishing your own reserves, this has cost everybody and hurt everyone. So growing your way out of that is the plan. And right, Eric, exactly. It's taken Eric 4 months to get some traction with online sales, and now their customers expect it. Right. We're excited to be able to get back to listing more items online now that we have staff, and we can get back to listing more new items and processing some of our backlog. We still can't be open, but we can have staff in our buildings in Massachusetts. So we're working on getting some of that stuff done. But it is, that is adding items to our website, that is growing our online sales, that is growing that channel, continuing to. We've had it for a long time, but it is growth in that market that we need to continue to do. And those are really two different markets. Your online on your website and your online videos. Keeping in mind referring people to your website and using that as a channel, using that to market that in every way you can, is a channel that you own. Okay, you own that channel. Okay, you don't own your live sales on Facebook. Facebook can change their algorithms tomorrow. Okay, but you own your website. So as you teach your customers to use that as a channel, that is part of the way of growth. We've been working strong on, we've had most of our home decor on our website for years, okay, almost all of it. And, now we're really ramping up clothing on there and getting that in a process for that to be very, very fast, okay, because our price point for clothing, and especially on the kids' side, we can't spend a lot of time on it. So quick and fast, not glamour shots for our price point, because you have to work within the price point you have, not the price point you wish you had. Okay. So that becomes a huge part of that, and growing our way out of this, because we don't want to have the debt, if any, even if it's just to yourself, strangling you with it. Hey, Christine, thank you for joining us tonight. Vina's joined us. Zach has joined the program here tonight. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. Zach saw little Missy there tonight. I saw that down in the dining hall. That was great. Love little Missy. Can't wait to be able to spring her free. But these are the things that you're going to have to do. And so if you haven't seen Melissa's video from earlier today, I highly encourage you watching that and looking at that. She's even changing up the lipstick, which I thought that is huge news. Changing up the lipstick is huge news. So I am following that closely because that is a big deal, and I've been told I need to work on the lipstick and the hair gel, so I need to do that. So make sure you are following that. The other option for those of you that are really scared of the PPP, and I don't want you to be scared of it, okay, beyond the PPP, the other option for you is the Employee Retention Tax Credit. Now, if you don't take the PPP, okay, you are eligible for the Employee Retention Tax Credit. Okay, the Employee Retention Tax Credit allows you to get a tax credit on the first $10,000 of earnings of an employee between March 12th and the end of this year during any quarter that you were either closed partially due to a government shutdown, and then any quarter thereafter where your sales didn't return to at least 80% of the same quarter the previous year. And for some of you that you can hit that depending on where you are. Some of you in tourist areas can hit that for the year. Some of you in areas that have been shut down will hit it at least the second and possibly the third quarter, depending on how things recover. So that is another option. It's not an all or nothing. If you don't take the PPP, you are qualified for the Employee Retention Tax Credit. So that is something to keep in mind. But again, most of the stores I have worked with, especially if their PPP is under 30,000 or so, can make that number work even if they're still closed. Those numbers can work. So, if you're unsure, feel free to reach out. I know I have calls to make tomorrow that people have emailed me that I still have to catch up on. So there are calls still in my queue, but I will get back to everybody. And the email is Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com. Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com. And make sure you include your phone number so that I can call you back and because a lot of times we need to get the pink calculator out and just run some numbers with it. Keeping in mind also, if you're an owner's draw, if you're a sole proprietorship or LLC that's not on payroll, you can take 8/52 of your income that was on your 2019 tax return as draw during that. That is, whatever your income was on your tax return, you can divide by 52 and multiply by 8, and you can take that during that part of the PPP as an owner's draw, and that is completely legit as part of it as well. So there's lots of options and lots of ways to make it work. So I don't want you to be discouraged. And even if you don't make it work, the Employee Retention Tax Credit is an opportunity for many of you. But again, I don't want to see you in debt. I don't want to see you in long-term debt. Even if you're taking on a little bit to get to the other side of this, that's okay. But I want you to have a plan in place to grow your way out of this. That is ultimately what we want to do, is we want to be good stewards of this money and grow our way out of this, grow our way to the other side. That is the important thing to be doing this Self-Care Sunday, so we all get to the other side. Other than that, it has been a quieter Mother's Day for news and for headlines hitting my with more late information. Usually Monday is a crazy day with things coming at me. So I expect lots of updates as usual on a Monday to be hitting me, and I expect my stack of paperwork to be large on that. And I will be back here tomorrow night live at 8 o'clock Eastern every night in the NARTS Facebook group, private Facebook group. I am live. All the information that I cite is replayed on the YouTube channel You're Not Alone Running This Store, and is organized. Adele keeps all the videos and all the information that I talk about here organized on the page narts.org/resalestrong, because we are resale strong. Again, narts.org/resale strong. Excited to hear that Vina is opening tomorrow for the first day. Yay, Vina. It's going to be amazing. Indiana is ready for it. That is great. I can hear the register ringing already. That's okay. I missed MJ too, but you know, it won't be long, Suzanne, before we're all able to make the trip over that long $18 toll bridge and come see you guys down there and see you in person, and the world will get back to normal. So you're going to get to open tomorrow too, Lisa? That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm excited. Pat is opening tomorrow too. A lot of openings tomorrow. A week from now, Connecticut opens where I live, okay, which I'm excited about that. I got their blueprint for opening, which is running at 50% occupancy. So each state's doing things a little different. Massachusetts, still where our stores are, still has not announced what they're doing, but we're looking forward to that coming together. And we know it will, as things are safe to do, we know that will. The most important thing through all this is to be kind, okay? There's been a lot of things, and even a Massachusetts ice cream shop that's down on Cape Cod took a lot of flack yesterday for the way that they were doing their best to manage the situation, and we're all doing our best with that. And so it's important to ultimately be kind through all this and be human. Even, just picking up steaks to grill tonight. It wasn't the best process. I completely will tell you that the waiting queue in the process was not perfect. But it worked, and it took a lot longer than it should have. But, patience was key in that. And, we'll all get there. It will all come together, but just be kind. I'm here again every night and every good party. 8 o'clock Eastern, live in the Narts Facebook group. 8 o'clock Eastern. Tonight is Mother's Day, so if you haven't called Mom, if you haven't thought about Mom, if you haven't hugged a mom, make sure you do that today. Hey, Julie Jankowitz, we talked about you. Even though you're late, we did talk about you. I am so glad you've been spending quality time with your kids and having a Thanksgiving Mother's Day Self-Care Sunday. So we're thrilled with that. I talked about that earlier in the program behind your back when you weren't on with us. But we are thrilled that you have joined us here at the end to hear our good night. It's a quicker Sunday version show tonight, so we can all get to that. We've got cake for dessert tonight and stuff. And we are having a self-care Sunday, quieter day. But tomorrow we'll have lots and lots of updates tomorrow, I am sure. Because I'll be back here tomorrow live at 8 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern live. All the replays are on narts.org/resalestrong. We start every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book. At the top of the program, for those of you that were not here, our good morning today was good morning. Try and face the world with your best self. Even if the world doesn't respond in kind, don't do them. Do you? Yes, Kevin, be safe, but don't live in fear. That's exactly right. Our good night tonight is good night. Tomorrow we try again. Rest up! Again, folks, my name is Neil Abrams, and I like a good party. I like a good wedding. I like a bar mitzvah. Anything that's a party, I am there. But I am here for you, live at 8 o'clock Eastern, every night in the Narts Facebook group. The videos, the files that I talk about are all replayed at narts.org resale strong. Share them with anyone you know in business. They're here to help everyone, and they are public and there for us to get everybody across this finish line, because you and especially you are not alone running this store. It's time for dessert, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night at 8. Have a great day.